Welcome back, Love Nation. We are going to continue with reading Justin Baldini's countersuit response that was filed. Again, this is chapter 13. And here we go. Please like this video, share this video, and thumbs up. Share your opinions respectfully. Excuse me, and here we go. Section C. Baldoni forced to hire crisis public relations to combat Blake Lively's negative press push. In direct response to Blake Lively's oppressive tactics as described herein, Wayfair and Baldoni retained Nathan and Tag as a protective measure ahead of the film's premiere. Contrary to the Times' portrayal, Tag's engagement focused exclusively on defensive strategy and fact verification. Though, as is standard industry practice, Tag prepared for worst-case scenarios based on Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' prior behavior. No aggressive tactics, example, astroturfing, were ever employed. Now, before I continue reading, astroturfing was discussed a lot in the Blake Lively suit, which I've already read, so please, if you have not read more about that, we have a detailed look at the astroturfing allegations with Blake Lively's suit reading that I've already read. So please go back and watch the videos. Let's continue. Tag maintained this defensive position throughout its engagement, verifying facts and correcting misinformation without retaliation, a strategy endorsed by Baldoni and Wayfair in an effort to reprioritize the film's significant social message. Meanwhile, Blake Lively's publicist, Sloan, launched a negative press push against Justin Baldoni. At least as early as August 1st of 2024, Tag was made aware of Sloan's planting of unfavorable, false, and defamatory stories about Justin's Baha'i faith to page 6. Sloan proceeded to feed false stories to the Daily Mail and New York Post containing allegations that Baldoni was a predator. Sloan would also plant a false story alleging that there was multiple HR complaints during production. This in addition to Sloan weaponizing Baldoni and Wayfair's hiring of Tag and Nathan. And here are the messages as follows. We're going to read from left to right. It says, yes, please, it's thus info is all wrong. She didn't require script runs. Nothing to do with this. She produced the film and a cut. What the F is going on? The whole cast doesn't like Justin. Nothing to do with Blake. Then the response is, like I said, though, the reporting is that there was issues between her and Justin, as well as others, and that Justin found it difficult to work with her. One of these reporters known is close with Steph Jones because they used to always get Tom Brady and Giselle's crap. Steph reps him, I believe. I told them she is awful and to not rely on anything she says. Then Sloan responds, I'm telling you she's a liar. They are panicking as the whole cast hates him. Then, as we move on to the right column, it says, so they want to run something based on this reporting, and I want to shut it down. But I need something to shut it down with. I know she's a liar. I just need to get my editor on board because she has 3 reporters feeding her BS, 2 from LA. Then a response is, I promise she is lying. This will not look good for your site. The entire cast I will have go on record. The response is, can you give me anything at all on what the issue is then if it's not her and it's him? Then it says, no, I'm on a plane and this needs to hold. Then a response is, sound good. I'd like to clear this ish up. Continuing on the next page. Your story is mean. I guess you and Melissa are in cahoots. And then a response is, hi, I reached out to you on Thursday via text. to let you know that our reporter, Lillian, had sent some quotes and I was asked to write it, included what they were. I ended up calling out on Friday so I could paint. So she ended up writing it, not putting blame on her, but the reason my name is also on the piece is because half of the reporting in it was mine. The following quotes, example, the following quotes below. I do not talk to Melissa, but she is in no way giving me any anti-Blake info. Blake's backlash is due to her own words and actions in interviews. The only thing she told me is what she told you, and that's that this is all organic. These were my quotes used in the piece. And then that text cuts off. And then on the right column it says, yes, mean, your quotes are kind and true. Tired of the bullying she hates. I knew early on it was going to happen, which is that first time I called you before the movie came out and trying to prevent anti-Blake BS. I did it for a minute. It was getting so bad for him, he had to hire Melissa. But then after that one interview where she said her GPS cell phone thing, it's obvious she was kidding, but it's just snowballed and kept going and going. It will all turn around, you know how to flip the script better than anyone. Then a response is, please make it turn around. I know you are friends with Melissa. And then a response is, yeah, we are. And then as you guys can see, these messages are going on to say she hasn't done anything literally anti-Blake, okay? And then she told me the same thing that she told you, which is she said that Blake's backlash is organic. And then it goes on to continue to discuss that. And then you guys can screenshot this if you like. But this is actually going over the same things we have been discussing, so I'm going to skip reading that. These are more included text messages. This one is from a reporter. And this one says, a source close to set says, they don't know of an investigation, but there was an intervention. We heard there were multiple HR complaints from crew and cast, starting with the first day of production. Wayfair is in the studio. It's unclear if Wayfair Studios performed an investigation into the claims against themselves. Separately, we are aware that an intervention with Justin Baldoni midway through production based on a pattern of inappropriate behavior by him toward cast and crew. Tag team responds off record. The only complaint which not confirmed if it was an official HR complaint was a guy up for a gig on the crew complained the younger guy who got it did so because of ageism. There was an investigation and found no wrongdoing. There, other than no other complaints, specifically no other documented HR complaints. There was not an intervention on set or with members of the crew. This would be false to allude to. Blake and Ryan had Justin and his team over for a meeting where Blake expressed all the things she was upset about. This was not Justin versus the team behind the film. It was his team versus Blake and Ryan. More of a contentious meeting. The way it reads now reads as if it was proper intervention with cast and crew. Not true. The reporter responds, Ty, I'm going to keep you posted. What is the email for Wayfair? I need legal to reach out. Then, as we continue to read through the lawsuit, it says, in spite of Sloan's efforts to lambast Justin and Nathan, it was Blake Lively who ultimately stirred up her own public ridicule. See Natasha Jasic. Here's what's going on with It Ends With Us drama, August 12th of 2024. You guys are welcome to click onto that if you like. I am going to just pause this for a second so you guys, if you like, copy that link and paste it and read it. Then the next article is Carly Johnson and Lillian Gissen. Blake Lively goes into damage control, finally addressing the DV in It Ends With Us amid criticism over tone deaf film promo. And again, you guys can look at that link. There are other links here in support of this countersuit. I'm going to pause this. You guys are welcome to, again, copy, paste, and look at these links that accompanies this. Here are more links to other articles concerning Blake Lively's behavior during the promotion. For example, these are several sites that are showing the criticism that Blake Lively got during the promotion of It Ends With Us and how people feel about her, calling her problematic, etc. So again, you guys can read that for yourselves. The lawsuit continues. Indeed, while Justin sought to focus on the film's central premise, Blake Lively incensed audiences with seemingly flippant and tone-deaf remarks, encouraging viewers to grab your friends and wear your florals. Embarrassed by this self-induced black backlash, Blake Lively now seeks to vilify Baldoni in a dubious attempt to resuscitate her public image. While the Times thrust allegations of an offensive smear campaign concocted by plaintiffs, the incomplete and misleading evidence supplied by Blake Lively and on which the Times purports to rely proffers a warped view of reality, setting aside the unscrupulous means by which the site communications were obtained. The Times, as with Blake Lively's CRD complaint, deliberately takes these communications out of text to bolster a fallacious narrative designed in concert with Blake Lively to quash plaintiffs. When viewed in full context, these hand-picked documents, doctored communications lose their manufactured impropriety and disprove Lively's allegations. Here is a little evidence of this. We actually did go over some of this before. It is actually pairing up what the New York Times reported, and it actually puts Justin's text messages alongside it so you can get a full context. Again, you guys are welcome to pause and look at this. We did read this before, so I'm not going to read this again. Then here is more. This is including all of what Justin puts alongside what was included with the New York Times articles, where it's putting Justin's and his PR team's text messages with what was included, including this with the New York Times text, and is including with Justin's. And they are pointing it out. As you guys can see, again, you're free to pause this and look at it. Here are more text messages where they're including all of the messages to get a full context. All right, so scrolling down here, more text messages. And they are including everything in here. And it's basically saying that they were not retaliating against her. They were actually really seemed like they were kind of upset at as much exclusion was getting and how she was trying to take over the movie and how the PR was trying to focus on that. Again, they are including all the texts showing you what was excluded, and then they're including everything. Again, more text to show what was excluded from the Times article. more text. And I'm going to stop right here, you guys. Like, share, subscribe, share your comments below. Till next time, be safe. Enjoy your day. Bye, guys.